So glad you guys could join us. And a lot of people might not be here because of the time.
Sorry, Phyllis, if you can unmute yourself. I just muted everybody.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad I wasn't talking all that time and being muted. Well, guys, I'm so glad to get started tonight for our kind of lifer video overview. These are exciting times we're living in, and we need to share this opportunity with everybody. And so I'm going to go on and get us started, bringing on our CEO, our visionary, someone I've known now for over almost 18 years, guys, and almost less than a month, coming up on less than a month. And I tell you, she made an impression on me the very first time I saw her because she had just fired her boss. That's right. Corner office, company car, 6 figures, but that wasn't serving her, and she or her family. And so she fired her boss, went into MLM, social selling full time, became MVP of 3 companies, turned around and built teams in over 46 countries with a team of over 33,000 people. That's quite extraordinary, right? She helped a lot of families. And then in 2017, she switched it again and went back into corporate America to be the CEO of a cannabis company, someone that was always against anything mind-altering stimulants. But she's not closed-minded, guys. She listened to the testimonies of how this wonderful herb was changing people's lives, went into that business, took it from 8,000 to 250,000 a month. Then in 2019, we came together, founded Wakana, now Akana, and now we are on our billion-dollar run. Right, you are here tonight, and you can be a part of our billion-dollar run. So Melissa Boston, you want to take it away, our CEO and visionary.
Thank you so much, Phyllis. Oh my goodness, every time I hear you, you just get me excited. It's your enthusiasm, how you talk about our billion-dollar run, and your gracious way of introducing me. I can't wait to throw it back to you because I'm going to be bringing Phyllis up momentarily, but I want to just say good evening, everyone. Welcome to the line. And yes, we are headed to our billion-dollar big boot camp. I know Scott and Christian, I believe, are in preparation of that. I don't know if they're going to make the call, but you have me and my co-pilot Phyllis tonight, so it's going to be epic. You've heard of companies like Amazon, Apple, Amway, Avon. If you're a guest on the line tonight, I'm here to let you know that you are at the right place at the right time, because for many of you, you're learning for the first time a company called Akana, a company who now is almost 5 years in business, and we are doing extraordinary things. But the question is, why are you on the line tonight? I know this is a busy time, right? So many people have so much to do, but you took time out of your schedule to be here tonight. And why is that? Perhaps you're looking for time freedom. Maybe you're like I was, a single mom working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And I was looking for something more. I got to the point in my life where I was working so hard that my very own son called me up when I was away on business in Costa Rica. He says, "Mom, you want to know something? I will never be 5 years old again and have no memories of you at the age of 5. That day, my heart broke. But at the time, all I knew was corporate America. I had dibbled and dabbled in home-based business. It never worked for me. So I really didn't know what the solution would be. But I'm so thankful for a mentor who really shared with me a belief in myself that I didn't even have. And the question tonight is, what has you on the line tonight? Is it perhaps you're looking to earn more money? Right now, there's a lot of financial insecurity. And so think about why you're on the line and what's your goal, because we want to help you achieve your goals. Perhaps your goal is to leave a legacy. Maybe you have grandchildren already and you're thinking about the future for them and what it looks like and how you can make that impact. Maybe you just want to find out about some great specials we're running for Black Friday. Or maybe you've been in the industry of network marketing and maybe it didn't work for you and you've always dreamed of leading a team, having success. Maybe you want to go diamond. I'm here to let you know that most of our diamonds don't have the traditional experience in network marketing because we really built something different that's really designed for the average person. And here's what's exciting right now. I know oftentimes when we look around at the economy, there's a lot of uncertainty. In fact, they tell us when white America catches a cold, Black America catches the flu. Well, I've talked to some family members and friends, and I can tell you there are certain people right now feel like it's not the flu, it's outright pneumonia. That's just the uncertainty that people are feeling. But the good news, it's the times like this, we have to think different. We have to reprogram our mind because these are the opportunities that breed so many millionaires. And so you have to ask yourself, what are you doing right now as the economy is getting tighter to make sure that you aren't the next victim of the economy? And so here's some food for thought, okay? The wealthiest people in the world, they buy assets, okay? They take calculated risk and they look for opportunities. They make quick decisions and change their mind slowly. If you think about poor, poor actually means passing over opportunities repeatedly. When you think about the mindset of someone with a poverty mindset, oftentimes, we think about working for comfort, right? And that's the comfort of wages versus profits. See, oftentimes people would be rather have a guaranteed floor than an unlimited ceiling. And so we want to make quick decisions, not slow decisions, and change our mind fast. And so payday, let's look at the payday habits of people. If you look at the middle class on payday, they think they're doing something really smart, because they're buying cars and homes, and that's definitely better than renting and leasing. But the reality, these are still liabilities if you really don't have items that are producing money while you're sleeping. See, a business like this can actually make money for you while you're sleeping. But let's look at the poor people. Poor people on payday, they're not buying homes, they're not buying cars, they're buying stuff. And if you know anything at all about the metaverse, soon the poor will buy virtual stuff. Well, it's not just the poor. They're really wanting to push the middle class and the poor society into this whole metaverse. And there's components of the metaverse that could be healthy, but a lot of it's designed to feed the habit of conspicuous consumption. Now, conspicuous consumption, by definition, means that everything you own, we can see. So maybe you're buying the cars, maybe you're buying the Rolex, okay? Maybe it's the purses that you buy. But let's now look in this whole metaverse, because the metaverse is designed for you to spend your hard working cash. But now you're buying virtual stuff. So you can own a Louis Vuitton, you can own your dream home, your dream car, but the reality is this: you're going to only own it inside the metaverse because you really own nothing. And so their goal is for us to own nothing but be happy. I want you to think about that for a second. And so we really have to position ourselves, position our families, that this holiday season, we want to get on the other side of money. We don't want to just be the consumers. We want to be the people that are retailing. When holiday shopping is happening and some companies are having record-breaking season, right? So despite the fact that we hear about this doom and gloom, this is going to be a record-breaking season for many, many people. Why not that be you? And it starts with you having your own website where you can earn 20 to 50% of the commissionable volume, including up to 10% in free product credit. I want you to think about that for a second. I mean, you might have already heard some of the phenomenal testimonials of our products that are life-saving. Imagine this holiday season as people are given the gift of self-care, they can shop online with you. And you might be one of those people who are like many of us were, right? At some point, you might have looked down on the network marketing industry, and chances are it's probably how you were raised. See, our family didn't tell us to go out and get wealthy with a network marketing company, right? Here's what they said. They said, go to school, get a great education, and go out and get a good job, and you'll work your way to the top. Well, most people follow that formula. And guess what happens? At the end of our life, right, when we're now at retirement, and we're supposed to be in those best years ever, right? That's the later part of our life. 95% of people are already either dead broke or dead. And that's following the traditional route. So what's the definition of insanity? When we keep doing the same thing over and over, but expect something different. If you look at many of our billionaires out there, like Warren Buffett, they own not one network marketing company, but multiple network marketing companies, because what they understand is the power of leverage. And speaking about leverage, what leverage do you have in your life? I mean, if we have a job, that's great, but can we own our job? Can we pass our job on to our children? See, with this type of industry, it's like owning a business within a business, but without all the risk. And so when you look and compare the network marketing industry and you compare it to the NFL, oftentimes we're pushing our kids to, do something like professional sports. But think about their chances of having success in that arena. And then if you look at the money in the NFL, we're talking about a $9 billion industry. But this home-based industry that so many people sometimes look down on, do you know that it's created more millionaires than any other industry on the planet? And it's now a $190 billion industry. You see how we started back in 2019 to present? Well, before marijuana was legalized in Illinois on the recreational side, we were already legally earning millions of dollars of revenue on the legal cannabis side. That included Delta-8 and CBD. But in 2021, we recognized that a major problem was getting exponentially worse. We were looking at the statistics. We were looking at our own families. So many loved ones were dying. We're talking about men who we thought were healthy, dropping dead in their 40s from heart disease, from strokes. And we realized something was happening and we needed to figure out what was the solution. And then cancer. I want you to think about the fact that colon cancer is now going to be the leading cause of death for people between the age of 20 and 49 years of age by the year 2030. And then diabetes. When I was growing up, we thought of diabetes of just having a little too much sugar in the blood. But diabetes is such a cruel disease when it's left unchecked. We're talking about leading to amputations, blindness, heart disease, kidney failure. And so what we did is we partnered with an amazing naturopath and we brought to the world Flat Belly Lifestyle 2.0, plant-based for your blood type. And it's a system of showing the right product. So our step number one is a 21-day or 7-day raw cleanse. Step number two is understanding your blood type. Step number three is knowing what's happening on the inside, on the cellular level. We don't want you to wait for the crisis. We can help share with you, what's exactly happening in over 40 areas of the body before it becomes critical. We're talking about the heart, the brain, the kidneys, the liver, your prostate, your pH, vitamin deficiencies, and so much more. In fact, during this process, you're going to receive expert guidance from members of our medical advisory board, as well as some of our product formulators. We're talking about napropaths, naturopaths, and even MDs, nurses. It's so exciting knowing that you are in the hands of such experts over this process. But when you look at the testimonials, it always blows my mind to realize that over 20,000 people are already enjoying our products. In fact, it's now over 30,000 customers. And let's look at Kim E. out of Austin, Texas. She says her 21-day results were so life-changing, she decided to enroll and become a certified wellness coach. And then we have Dr. Prince. I mean, he's really the person who's the catalyst for this whole movement, okay? He's a naturopath, but also at 54 years young, he's running at the collegiate level, beating out athletes half his age. And he actually holds the record for the fastest man in his category for over the age of 40, right? And that's a world record, okay? And he's now, again, 54 years young. And then there's Scott Reese, our chief marketing officer. I mean, this is a gentleman who in 21 days dropped over 30 pounds, came off multiple medications. In fact, he tells us that this program saved his life. Now, let's look real quick at Tiffany Holmes. Tiffany Holmes is a testimonial that's so near and dear to my heart because she's a customer, not a distributor. One of our distributors got her the system. She listened to it. She did the cleanse, and here's her results. She was diagnosed with idiopathic intracranial hypertension. This is a form of pressure on the brain. So she started the 21-day cleanse. After 3 days, her blood pressure reduced to 118/82. This is the lowest it had been in 3 years. After 6 days, she had ankles, her headaches were gone. In fact, she sent us this long letter. We summarized it. But the reality is this: within those 21 days, She lost 20 pounds, 7 inches off her waist. And just think about the impact of the health benefits. And then there's Mary Graham. You know, she has such a dramatic experience, dropping over 9 inches on her waist. And what she says is she finally decided to show up for her. And think about it, women. So many times we're not taking care of ourselves. We put the oxygen on everybody else, but you got to take care of you. And look at young JC. This is Jesus Soriano Jr. I mean, within his 21 days, dropping over 20 pounds. Look at the dramatic difference in his waist. And here's what I can tell you. As someone who's been inside of the industry of network marketing for over 30 years, as someone who's helped consult, to guide, and being on the advisory board for multi-billion-dollar companies, I have never seen a product that works like this, where consistently for everyone who does the cleanse, they experience dramatic results. And the timing of this is everything, because understand that we have a growing market here. You know, when you think about why the economy is struggling, because there are certain segments of the economy that are going away. And so you have to realize, where is the money shifting? It's not disappearing, it's just moving into other areas. And so the wellness industry is not only a growing industry, but it's also shifting, which means people are rethinking their healthcare. Because when you really think about the reality of where we're at right now, for the first time, we have over 50 million people in this country who are over the age of 65 years. And guess what's happening? Our baby boomers have driven every society, right? Everything you look at that went from zero to billions has been influenced by the baby boomers. And now that they're 65 and over, what they're saying is, we want to look good, we want to feel good. And because of that, they're now into self-care, because they recognize on the other side, there's funeral homes, right, that are preparing. There's a lot of nursing homes that are preparing. But baby boomers are saying, no, not us. We want to have a higher quality of life. We want to look at these blue zones and see what people are doing to live to be 100 plus and in great health. And so look at this market. It started off right now as a $4 trillion. And that's exciting, but knowing that this market, it's about to double. It's going to go to $8 trillion in the next few years. That's unprecedented. When you think about trillion-dollar industries, very rarely do they ever double in less than a decade. And so you are here at the right place at the right time, knowing that self-care is the new healthcare. And know that now that you've understood that we're not only in front of an economy, right, that's recession oriented, but now we're in front of a market shift. And if you really think about when billionaires are made, they're made during market shift. When you can bring a problem to an $8 trillion issue, right? When you can bring a solution to an $8 trillion problem, that's an opportunity for you to be positioned in front of something major. Because if we just took 1% of $8 trillion, we're talking about $80 billion. But let's look at fractional percentages of percentages, because we like to be extremely conservative. And so if we look at a fractional percent of a percent, and now all of a sudden we go from 80 billion, let's say it's 800 million, just think about the opportunity that lies within bringing the solution to this big problem that's right there in front of us. And so you have the opportunity to enroll in this exciting program for a limited time, okay? Opportunities, they don't go away. They just go to someone else. And so our Akana Lifer program, it's really changing the game. We did this program because we're not just owners of a company, but we're also builders. We've built for many of these companies. And what we've recognized, oftentimes you're there in the beginning, but what do you benefit decades later? And this Akana Lifer program is not just bringing products, but there's a way for you to benefit on the upside of our company for the rest of your life. And not just benefit from it, but pass it on to your children's children, even if you never decide to build a tube. And the exciting thing about it is such a win-win, because not only do you get tools that you're going to need to build your business, club rewards, but CBD products, our flat belly products, and new products that are just launching. And so the value of our Akana Lifer, it's over $2,500. If you look at the screenshot here of all these exciting products, if we just stopped it with that, I mean, that would be enough because you also receive $100 back in Econobucks where you can use that money and buy more products. So again, a great value. You're going to receive 1 point in our revenue pool. You're going to receive a $500 value in certification classes where you can get certified through the cannabis industry and so many things. In addition to that, you're also going to receive a $500 voucher for our wellness center. And so you're probably wondering, well, what would this cost you? Okay, well, we're going to look at the cost in a second, but let's look at some of the new exciting products. One of them is called the Builder. This is our brand new protein shake that we're super excited. It's a true age reversal daily meal replacement protein. When you think about food insecurity right now, so many people are struggling to eat right now. And so if we can make meals affordable that actually presented all the vitamins and nutrients you need, it's going to allow people to save money. It becomes a replacement product because people are already spending money on food. And this has added benefits beyond just a meal. We're talking about something that's going to boost your memory, reduce stress, lower cortisol, which is the reason why so many people can't get rid of belly fat, okay? Building muscle in your sleep. Whether you exercise or not, we promote exercise, but the good news is the ingredients are working to help your muscles build and grow, reduce inflammation, smoother skin, healthier joints. In fact, we call this our longevity meal. And so it just keeps getting better because in addition to our protein shake, we actually give you 4 bottles of this potent aronia berry juice. We also give it to you in a powder form. So you're getting both forms in your Lifer pack, okay? And let's look and compare. You know, aronia juice is starting to be the new craze, right? Everyone's talking about aronia. But here's why this is so powerful, is if you compare our aronia to any other aronia on the marketplace, and this is based on the research from a $100,000 investment made to a university to conduct the studies. And what it shows is our particular aronia berry is 2.5 times more potent than any other aronia berry on the market, guys. And if you look at noni juice, and we know the success they had, one of my friends created 500 millionaires on noni juice. And this product, again, it's like night and day. And so do you have vision? Can you see right beyond your reality? Because now we want to talk to the visionaries. Since we've launched our company has already paid out in commissions and awards to our distributors over $5 million. We have a revenue pool where builders can go out and decide to go to Sapphire. They can go to Emerald. They can go to Diamond. That just basically means them and their team are building volume. And it's great for people that want to build a team. We take 6% of our revenue, and that's gross revenue, and it divides out. This happens every single month. We pay this out. And do you know that already just in that pool, we've paid out $720,000. But now you might be thinking, well, what about me? Maybe you're not a builder. Maybe you don't have a desire to build a team. How can you benefit from the upside of this? Let's take a look. We introduced something when we first started, and this was super exciting. It closed out last year. And so you can't participate in this, but we want to show you the possibilities that's available. In this pool alone, we already have paid out $120,000, and this keeps paying for the rest of the lifetime for the people that are in that pool. And so with the kind of Lifer pool, we're taking 0.5% of all of our gross revenue, we're placing that in a pool, and that will get dispersed quarterly, okay? And what's super exciting is we're about to launch international. And I want you to think about that. Being first movers advantage here in the United States, when we go international to countries like Philippines and Kenya, because you're already positioned, we're the first country, automatically by default, you're gonna benefit from all of those country launches all around the world. And so just think about the possibilities that exist when you can actually have leverage. You can leverage the time, the talent, and effort of our distributors that are working their business every day, doing 7-figure revenue in our company annually. And you can leverage that just because you became an Econolifer. And so let's look at the price. So the price of this, again, the value is over $2,500. Your cost, $998. Now this price actually goes up but we're waiting on our developers to put this on the site. We've been told it's going to be live on the site on Wednesday. Once this goes live on Wednesday, that $998 price goes to $1,099. So if you want to save an extra $100, you're going to want to get your order in before Wednesday. To do that, you're going to have to reach out to our customer service department. And so we're super excited about that. But understand this is not an investment. If we were paying an investment, you would have to wait until the light bills are paid, and so all the different entities of our business are paid. And then finally, whatever's left over, we divvy that out to the investors. With this particular pool, it's a revenue share, which means you get paid before the light bill. You get paid before the investors. Your payout is guaranteed every single quarter as long as you are qualified. And so how do you qualify? Well, it's about you plus 2 are either getting 3 customers. That will qualify for you for this program. In fact, what if you don't get your 3 customers by, the end of the month? Well, here's the cool part is we're waiving all customer requirements until January the 1st for everyone who gets in on the pre-order. Again, the pre-order is going to go away, and it's going to be regular business as usual on your website starting, we believe, on Wednesday when the developers click or push that button. And so your customer requirements will start in 2024. We're looking for 3 retail sales every month. It could be you, it could be your sister, your mom. Products start at $7.95. So we try to make this as easy and simple as possible. And then there's added benefits. You're going to learn a little bit more about the wellness center that's coming here to Chicago. Some of you coming with us to Indianapolis will have a chance to experience what it's like to be in one of these centers. So again, we're super, super excited. And so are you ready? Okay. Are you ready? So let's look at one more example. Do you know what 0.5% of $1 billion equals? Think about that. What's 0.5%? Okay. 0.5% of 1 billion is actually $5 million. So imagine we're going to place in this pool, we're talking about millions of dollars, tens of millions, probably hundreds of millions during the course of a company's lifetime, because our goal, our focus, our mission, our drive is $1 billion in sales just over the next few years. And so with that being said, I am super excited to introduce to you our very next presenter. This is someone who really needs no introduction. She's not only the CSO of our company, she's our first diamond, our first double diamond. She is our midwife, helping all of us give birth to unlimited possibilities. She's someone who truly is family to me. We started off as strangers, meeting at an event. Come to find out, she was on my team. We, of course, knew we were business partners, but then became fast friends. Because of her, I moved to Chicago. She invited me to move here back in 2012, and the rest is history. Phyllis, I owe you so much. Thank you for all that you do. And with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let you take over.
Okay. Here I am. I'm glad to be here. Exciting. I'm listening to the whole thing, getting excited about those numbers that you're quoting. And hope that everybody on the line is getting excited too, because sometimes we just don't realize. This says who pays through infinity, and infinity never ends, guys. Do you want to be paid through infinity? Well, here you have the opportunity to do that. And our comp plan pays through 9 levels plus your own personal website. So you're looking at it as you rank advanced. You go from getting started. Your first rank here is Pearl, and then Jade, then Sapphire, then Ruby, then Emerald, and then Diamond. And so to activate the Diamond level, you have to go through each one of these ranks. But now you have a different opportunity. You can skip right past all of those and go straight to being paid as a diamond on day 1. How do you do that? Well, listen, look at this slide right here. If you were to purchase the Coaches Pack, you would only be eligible to be paid on your website and down to level 3. Okay? And now when you go to Sapphire, you would get paid 6 levels down for your first 6 months in the business until you actually hit that Sapphire qualification. But now with our new lifer plan, guys, once you get the lifer plan, that means you're going to be paid as a diamond, earning 9 levels for your first 6 months. Now, that'll be plenty of time for you to actually hit diamond, qualify for diamond. But how about that? You skipped all those other things and you went straight to getting paid at 9 levels for just getting one of the lifer packages. So then earning more points. So when you buy the first lifer, you're going to get 1 point. But as you rank advance, we reward you for your work in the business. So when you hit Pearl, guess what? You're going to get 3 points. As you hit Sapphire, you're going to get 6 points. Ruby gets you 8 points. And Emerald gets you 10 points, and then Diamond 12 points. That's a whole lot of different points that you can be eligible for. And this is by far the best time to qualify. So how do you secure your pack? Well, I just heard that we've got an extension of our pre-sale package now at $9.98. and $19.99. I would suggest that anybody out there get busy and get that pack right now before Wednesday, because if you want that 5% credit card surcharge, this is one of the ways how you are able to secure your pack. You can Zelle 678-469-1807. That will be Wakana for Life's Zelle. If you want to not have to pay that 5% credit card charge. And guys, take a screenshot of this or definitely write it down so you can get it right. And if then you can have the option of paying with a cashier's check, mailing it to 411 East 35th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60616. And if you want that price that was just quoted, $9.98 or $19.99, it must be postmarked by midnight on Wednesday night. And then you can always call into our customer support. They're willing and ready, waiting for you right now. And that number is 312-888-0420. I know it says 888-312. But it's 312-888-0420, okay? The next thing is during the early bird, you maximize the points. So the early bird should have been over by November 1st, but we're still holding it open for you. So if you are spending $10.99, you're going to receive 1,200 points. But so right now, when that pack increases to $10.99, you are still going to get those 1,200 points. Why not get as many of those packs at $9.98? More people are apt to do that. So you got all the people that you missed and 1,200 points. Now, someone asked the question as Melissa was talking, how long is this program going for? Well, these prices that you hear right now, $9.98 and $19.95 go until Wednesday, but the whole program goes into the end of November, okay? To answer your question. So you can sell your products, guys. These are some of our hottest products, some of our true and tried products like our pain creams and our flat belly, but then you got the new products. Everybody is raving. I get so many testimonials about the Aronia berry, and now we have the Aronia powder as well as the new protein shake. So hey, I know the products you will have no problem selling them, using them for your own household, and that does not include the $100 Akana bucks. Those are loyalty points that you can actually buy product. So you're already in profit mode once you sell your product. Plus use your Akana bucks. So to go diamond, guys, you can earn $150 on that $9.98 pack, soon to be $10.99, and $300 for every pack that you sell personally. Now the pack pays 9 levels and upgrades you to be paid as a diamond. Again, meaning getting paid 9 levels of website sales. So you can think about everybody in your organization, all the sales that are done on their website, all the packages that are sold, you're going to be paid 9 levels. This is the best time of the year to go diamond, guys, while you still need 100,000 points. With the extra points, it can equate to as little as $80,000 in dollars, okay? So in actual revenue. So why not go now? Most of our diamonds were made in the month of November. So go qualify with as little as 41 black card packs sold. What does that mean? That means that now you are qualified to be paid at every income stream that a qualified diamond gets paid. Now, the 6 levels we're giving you, but to get part of the pool and all the other advantages that diamonds do, you actually have to qualify. So 41 black card packs sold through your organization, not just you by yourself, get you to diamond, guys, as long as you have 3 active legs. And you're going to be purchasing by November 8th, 2023 to maximize the value of your points. That's giving you a whole 8 extra days. I'd be going to work. So paid diamond is a temporary rank. There is no bonus pool pay. Qualified diamonds who earn this status by reaching the required team volume participate in the diamond pool. And guys, that's going to be in the future one of the biggest income streams that you get, to be in that diamond pool. And every qualifying month, they can achieve the required numbers. So this is a time to go for it. This is the best time. Get with your upline, your sponsor, let them know you are ready to run. So what do you do next? You're going to pay via Zelle, cashier's check, money order, or even your e-wallet. You're going to pay full payment plus tax or a deposit to hold your spot. The balance is going to be paid in full by November the 8th to receive that maximum discount. Have the most financially successful holiday season ever. See, these checks pay out in December, just in time for Christmas. So you've set your own goals. You say how much you want your Christmas bonus to be. Make your list of the people that you want to share this excellent opportunity with. Book parties. Ask for support from your sponsor and your upline. Give the gift of health. Right now, guys, that is by far, self-care is the new healthcare. Attend calls and webinars. Reach out to the team, your team. Schedule 3-way calls. Add people to the Facebook group. And definitely, the fortune is in the follow-up. So look at all these happy faces because they decided to become a Akana lifer. And I'm going to give it back to you, Melissa.
Wow, Phyllis, thank you so much. And it's always something exciting happening. As you were speaking, I said, one of our new Cleanse members, he called and I said, well, let me take him real quick. I said, hey, we're on this call. But Daryl from Atlanta, you met Daryl.
Yes,
he's a type AB blood. So just so that you know, he did his blood. He's an AB. And he's like, Melissa, now tell me what I can't eat. I said, I'm going to call you after this because it's a lot. Okay. Right. But that's the way this is changing lives, guys. And
yes,
we have a business that means something. Because most people in this country, they don't even know their blood type. So the fact that we're bringing something first to the marketplace is such a game changer. We're changing lives every single day.
Every day.
Yes. And so Chris is the person who introduced us to Daryl, okay? And so I'll go ahead and read you really quick some of the things that you're going to need to know from an operational point of view. But who's eligible for this Akana Lifer Pack? The good news for the Diamond Pack, everyone's eligible. I mean, even if you're brand new, you can enroll as a brand ambassador for $29.95, and that would allow you to then purchase this pack. So you might want to take a screenshot there, but let's look at the price again. So if you decide that you want to do this on or before, so you can do it on November the 8th, but it has to be on or before, you're going to pay $998. Wait a day later, and guess what? You're paying $1,099. So you're going to need to add tax. I'll show you the states in which we do collect sales tax. Because it's online, not every state is required to pay sales tax. If you're mailing in a payment, you can mail it into Akana Lifer, 411 East 35th Street, Chicago, Illinois. How can you secure the benefits of the early bird, if you're paying via credit card, well, you have to add the 5% surcharge, but it will still save you a little. So instead of $1,099, you're saving about $51 by doing it via credit card if that's your only option. And so you can do that through customer support at 1-888-312-0420. Here's the payout schedule. We pay these out every quarter. So the very first payout is going to happen between January 15th and January the 22nd. So we're super excited about the first payout for the Akana Lifer Pool. Payouts are added to an area in your commission history known as adjustments. They're going to either appear in the unilevel or in your weekly, okay? So when you meet the requirements, the payments happen via an e-wallet. When you first signed up, it asks you for a 4-digit PIN. That PIN number is for your wallet. You go back there, and that's how you move your money, whether you want to get paid out via an ACH or get a check. Product fulfillment. When do these products go out? Guess what? They're going to start shipping out next week, okay? So we're super excited to get these products in your hands, okay, before Black Friday, which is cool. Here are the sales, this is the sales tax and the state in which we're required to collect sales tax. And so if you live in Louisiana, Massachusetts, here in Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, or Georgia, check in with our customer support at that 888 number, and they're going to help you get your pack secured. Now, I'll spend just a moment really talking about the vision and the future of operations. And this is something that I'm so passionate about. I spent about 12 days in Vegas at the beginning of the year, because what we knew that this company, is poised and positioned to be the next billion-dollar company. We knew we had to make strategic moves and make investments in the right sectors, right? And one of the things we looked at was operations, right? While we run and control most of our product here out of Chicago, Illinois, our manufacturers are either here in Illinois, some of them are in other states, but we knew in order to expand, we're going to have, hubs, shipping hubs. When you think about FedEx, how are they able to move product all over the world? When you think about Amazon, they have hubs. And so with Akana, guess what? We're going to have hubs. And these hubs are going to help us get our product to you more efficiently. It's going to help with customer service. It's going to help with the long-term vision of really where we're moving and where we're growing, so that as we expand around the world, we're going to be able to quickly respond to growth happening anywhere, whether it's the Philippines or Korea. So just know we have an awesome support team that's been working with a lot of these phenomenal companies to take our operations to the next level. And the long-term benefits of this, of course, more successful business strategies, better morale when we really start looking at different types of companies that specialize in certain features that may not be our specialty, but it's more of a pain point. Higher employee motivation, higher revenue and profits, greater customer satisfaction, global expansion, and increased efficiency and responsibility, okay? And so the next segment that we want to talk about just briefly is marketing. Any great company has great marketing behind it, and I'm so proud to tell you that our Chief Marketing Officer will be with us in Indianapolis next weekend. But this is someone with such an extensive experience in the network marketing industry, and his experience is on the marketing side. He's helped companies grow billion-dollar big. But what's exciting about him is, like many of us, his beginnings were super humble. By profession, he's a teacher. In fact, a band teacher. And he met Paul Oberson at one of the lowest points in his life. His wife had died, and he was a single dad and really was struggling with just basic things like groceries. And he got introduced to someone who had shared with him an industry that would later change Scott's life. I mean, he ended up building teams of over 2 million distributors. I mean, think about that. He's personally sponsored over 4,000 people. And to know that he's had his hands in the success of several multi-billion-dollar companies, and the fact that he's chosen to choose Akana as his home, and he's building here with us, we are just elated. And so his marketing strategies, in fact, this weekend, there's a new enhancement to our very own app that's going to really benefit you based on some of what he's created with this whole new Easy app. And again, he's going to help us lead this international expansion all around the world. He's already put us in contact with manufacturers in Korea and other places. So this is truly getting exciting, guys. Because if you've ever been a part of a network marketing company, most of them can't tell you that they went to multi-millions of dollars just here in the United States. You know, the United States for many companies is a very weak market. So they go elsewhere to make their money. The fact that for 4.5 years, this has been our only market, okay? And we're talking about $12+ million, okay? Just know what's going to happen when we're doing $12 million in 100 countries, right? When we're doing $100 million in 100 countries. And so we really know that this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and they tell us, and this is Harvard Business School telling us this. They're telling us that if you're going to be a part of a company, select a company that's at least 18 months old, because 90% of companies fail their first 18 months. Here we are at 4.5 years young, okay, going on our 5th year. Harvard tells us that if a company has less than 500,000 people, it's a great opportunity. If it's less than 100,000 people, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Now, we have 30,000 customers, but when you look at distributors, that's not been our focus. Our focus is bringing quality products that make an impact, and by doing that, we build a long-term opportunity for you to make revenue, because customers don't disappear. You know, distributors might come and go in many companies, but customers, when they're loyal to a product, they buy it year after year after year, and that's a part of the reason why we're here 4.5 years later with this type of success. And then if you look at the timing, see, this is the S-curve. It's used in business to predict success. And what they tell us is the first 100,000 to 150,000 involved in the business will earn up to 80% of the wealth of a company. But here's the key. Most people, when an opportunity is presented, when it's at the ground floor, when you're Amazon, but you're in the garage, the average mindset is not programmed to see an opportunity. They only see it after it's widely accepted by the masses, which means we can see the success of Herbalife, Mary Kay, and all of these great network marketing companies. But guess what, guys? They're already well past momentum. They're in stabilization. The exciting part about being here with us is we check off all the boxes that Harvard has outlined, but you're still here with us at the ground floor. In fact, until we hit that 100,000 distributor mark, that's the predictable number that you need to predict when a company is going to hit momentum. And so we're super excited because you have a chance to position yourself and ride the wave of momentum, guys. Timing is everything. Being at the right place at the right time. And now with the new Black Card program, you know, I know some of you got on the line because you wanted to hear about the Black Card program. Well, the Black Card program is only open for people who are already existing distributors in our company. So if you're not an existing distributor, you want to start with the Akana Lifer program that I just outlined, okay? But for those of you who meet the criteria, okay, to be an Akana Black Card holder, you have to make sure you purchase one of these packs. So either you are a founding member, either you've purchased already the Akana Lifer Diamond Pack, maybe the Sapphire or Diamond Coach Pack, or perhaps you've done the Wellness Coach and Scan upgrade. Those are the individuals that are qualified to purchase this particular pack. So this pack, as you see, it's going to give you about double product, okay? So you're getting a lot more product. You're also getting double points. So in that same pool, you're getting twice the value, okay? Now, you're also going to share again in that 0.5% in the Akana Lifer pool. But also, in addition to that, we are so excited to announce to the world that we are now entering the wellness center space. We recognize so many people are sick and they're dying and they're suffering, and there's solutions out there that the average person just doesn't know about. And so we want to set up wellness centers in all parts of the country, and we're starting here in Chicago. So imagine, as a Black Card holder, you would share not in 0.5%, but 2% of all the money that comes through our revenue pool. Let's first talk about what this looks like, and then we're going to get into more benefits of the Wellness Center. And so this represents a $6,000 value. In fact, the value is far greater than $6,000. I mean, you can't even put a price tag on some of what we're giving with this, but we want to be a little conservative. And so we're going to say it's about a $6,000 value, because if you just look at the products alone, you're receiving thousands of dollars in product value. And then now you have all these great benefits, okay? And so let's talk real quick about this wellness center. You know, one of the things that we know is that our bodies are energy. And when we're healthy, we're at this 100% charge. When you see these football players, right, at 22, 23, they're in their prime, these gymnasts, their batteries are operating at 100%. Their bodies are alkaline. But as we get older, guess what happens? We lose that battery charge. We get to the point, we get to 30%, and they tell us that 30%, that's typically when disease and illness is detectable by modern medicine. So we're already at the point where we're right at cancer. We're already at the point we're right at all these chronic conditions. With this energy system, it was actually invented by a woman. She's a doctor. Her name is Dr. Sandra Michaels. She's considered what they call a hyper genius, which means she's smarter than smart, okay? I mean, I'm like a hyper genius. That's pretty phenomenal. You can compare her to somebody like Einstein, okay? Well, she invented this technology way back in the 70s was the start of it. But the movement where it became more commercial started in about 2011, 2012. And some of the first clients were NASA. NASA actually utilizes this for the astronauts when they return. A lot of military generals and sergeants were utilizing this to help treat their third-degree burns. And what's so special about this technology, when you really do the research, we're going to get a video out to you so you could really understand why we're so jacked up out of our mind, excited about bringing this to our community. People that have suffered so much, people that are under attack right now. Our folks are dying and we have a solution. But when you witness the thousands of testimonials, I mean, we're talking about people, one of the ladies had an 8-centimeter tumor on her ovaries. We're talking about a 4-hour treatment in the center. And guess what? That tumor was no longer detectable. Now, we can't say anything about cures or anything like that. But the good news is you have your own testimonial. She has her testimonial. And we have witnesses and we have proof from even the doctors who did mammograms on one of the ladies who had stage 4 cancer. It was metastasized. It was all over her chest area. And do you know that in less than 12 different treatments, right, and under a 12-day period, this woman, they could not detect the stage 4 cancer. They could not detect that stage 1 cancer, right? And so it's just exciting knowing that there are treatments out there that they're utilizing. And unfortunately, it's not our community that's benefiting. We're the second African-American community to get this technology, but it's been existing in California. They have treatment centers all over California, all over Europe. And what's really powerful about it, not only is it great for things that people are battling, but the mindset. I think some of the biggest battles we have are the mindset and PTSD. People are experiencing trauma like we've never seen before. And one of the things that has been one of the only solutions, and many of the soldiers and people that have experienced dramatic PTSD, this system, the testimonials they get on how it makes them feel good, how it makes them feel more energized, it makes them want to live. It's like amazing knowing we have something right within our grasp. And so we're transforming one of the buildings next to us. It's exciting because our computer technology folks, they're working on all the renderings. So we're able to see what it's going to look like. But this is going to open to the public on January the 1st. To our Black Card members, you will get access to this actually a week before the general public. In fact, for those of you coming with us to Indianapolis, if you get there a day early, you might be able to join us on an overnight stay Thursday. But we're going to have several other experiences in Indianapolis where you can actually try out one of these treatment centers and see how it works, guys. And so here are the benefits, okay? Not only do you get the benefits that I've outlined, but also to the Akana directory, the 2% shared pool, but also you're gonna have access to this for 1 whole year, okay? 1 whole year to the center here in Chicago. For those of you who don't live in Chicago, you can give your benefits away to others or you can come visit us. But the goal is for us to expand these elsewhere. The access that we're giving you for 1 full year is valued at $2,800. So just that benefit alone makes it so worth it to do the Black Card. And so you get this 12-month pass, you get 2 2-hour sessions twice a month, and that's a lifetime 50% discount. So whatever the cost is, you're getting 50% off everyone else. For the Diamond Club members, you're getting 10% off too. So 10% for the Diamond Club. If you do the Black Card, you're getting 50% off. And look at this value, guys. Again, $6,000 in value. You're going to get this for less than $2,000. And you might ask, well, why do we do this? Why are we doing so much? Here's what I've seen. So many times people just are not able to get what they need because money's an issue. And so we've seen people suffer. We've seen them suffer because of money. And so we're like, listen, we can just sell you the benefits like we normally do because you get products. We don't have to give you anything else, but that's not our heart. Our heart is for people to heal. Our heart is to help fix this problem we're witnessing, where this attack of disease that's upon us. And how do we do it if we don't work together collectively? And so our part in this is not just giving life-saving products, but we want to give you access to things that maybe you normally would not have invested in. Perhaps money would have just not been there to spend $60, $70 an hour to lie in a treatment center. But if you can use your Black Card, bring your mom in, because here's the deal, the benefits are yours, but you can transfer those benefits to others so you can share in the time that you're getting treatment. I mean, how powerful is that to be able to help heal and work with our entire community, guys? And so again, make sure you're eligible for this pack. Not everyone is eligible. You have to meet the criteria that we've outlined right here to purchase this pack, guys. And not only that, but we have our payout schedule too. And our payout schedule starts for this in April because it doesn't open until January. So the first payout will happen in April of 2024. And that will happen every quarter for the revenue share portion. And this holiday, and this is a part of our mantra, right? We want to spread, we want to send, we want to give love, this holiday season and for always. In fact, this season, a part of our marketing is helping people to give the gift of self-care, because we know that's a gift that's going to keep on giving forever and ever and ever. And the question I'll close with is, do you want more out of life? Do you want more time? Do you want more money? Do you want more health, more wealth, more freedom, more legacy? If you want to achieve those things, the first thing you have to do is believe it. So we have to change our mindset, but then we have to visualize it. We have to visualize ourselves exactly where we want to be, whether it's health-wise, whether it's wealth-wise, whether it's our family. And when we visualize it and now we see it, we can go out and achieve it. And so I want you to reach all your goals this holiday season. Thank you so much for your time. And with that being said, that concludes our portion tonight for the Akana Lifer. So thank you all. Have a great night. So if there's any questions, Phyllis, we can dig them out of the chat. Hopefully we can get a few questions answered, but if not, we'll see you guys next time, which will be, I'm assuming, next Sunday at the same time.